What's up, guys? Alex here, and I gotta say thank you for 800. That's awesome. I'm super happy, and this is as a thanks. I want to show you the build from my last montage, the Cloak and Dagger build. It's all based around your Cloak and Dagger ability and hitting really hard with it. So I'm gonna show you the build, my gear, my sigils, everything, and then I'm gonna show you how to use the build, and I'll even show you 1v1 situations and how to use it then. So let's get started, guys. So we're going to take a look at my gear. As you can see, my power is the highest thing. Everything else is pretty low except for my precision. But again, don't get too focused on your precision, because with your traits, you will have enough precision for your backstab. I'll show you in a sec here. Let's talk about the gear. I've gone 3 on my armor. I've gone 3 runes of Scholar to give me 50 power and 3% chance crit. And I've gone 3 Ogre to give me the same thing, 50 power and 3% crit. On my offhand, I got a Superior Force Sigil, which will give me 5% damage. And on my main and short bow, I got the Superior Battle Sigil. This is really, it's not really important, but it's really useful. It gives you 3 stacks of might for 20 seconds when you swap in combat between your 2 weapon sets. Again, it's going to give you 3 stacks of might. And the cooldown on it is like 10 seconds, so you could get 6 stacks of might almost at all times. And for my amulet, Berserker's Amulet with Berserker Jewel. That's probably the best one you can get. Now we're going to move out to your traits. You got 30 into Deadly Arts, 30 into Critical Strike, and 10 into Trickery. You can't really go outside of this because this is really maximizing on damage. The whole purpose of the build is to maximize on your damage. Getting that 300 power, and also going for Venomous Strength, giving you 2 stacks of might when you use a Venom. And here we go, we got a Venom. You're immobilized. On your masters, you're gonna get deal 5% damage with dual skills, increasing the damage on your Cloak and Dagger. And lastly, you're gonna go for dagger damage increased by 5% overall, which again, more damage. And on your Critical Strike, you're going to go with Signet of Power. When you activate a Signet, you get 5 stacks of might for 5 seconds. And we got a Signet over here, 5 stacks of might plus 150% damage. This makes this Assassin Signet the best thing you could have for a Cloak and Dagger build. I don't think there's anything better than that. Now we also go for 5% precision is converted to vitality to give you a little more survivability. But I'm pretty sure you could, this one's not a must, but I would recommend it just to put you over 15k health. And lastly, we got the bread and butter of the build, 100% crit while stealth. This enables you to just focus on everything you can possibly do for power and not worry too much about precision. It does require you to go 30 into Critical Strike tree, but that's okay because you also got things that help even increase your might, so it's really good. We also look at Trickery, 10 into Trickery, and you get Flanking Strikes, which gives you a 5% damage boost when you attack from the flank. So, I mean, all these 5% damage increases really will add up. And you got 10% damage increase right here. 15% damage increase for your Cloak and Dagger just between 1, 2, and 3. These 3 traits. Because they increase 5% on different aspects, from your damage to your dual skills and your flanking. So, I mean, it does not get better than that. It helps you out with your backstab as well, increasing the damage from the flanks and daggers. So, you can see it has a pretty good flow. Everything helps your backstab really and your Signet. So yeah, let's take a look on how to actually use this build, and let's take a look at our utility skills. We'll start off with utility skills and talk about them. Alright guys, I'm going to talk about my utility skills, and starting off from right to left, I got my elite skill, which is Thieves Guild. It has a super long cooldown, but I gotta say it's worth it. It's the best elite skill you can get as a thief. I really like Dagger Storm, but with this build, Dagger Storm really is not useful at all. So Basilisk Venom, I don't like it. Super long cooldown for what the ability does, and it has a cast time. I mean, in my opinion, it's a really bad. I think it should be a normal skill, not an elite skill. Okay, so moving on, for my number 9, I got Scorpion Wire. One of my favorite things to get. You can interrupt. You can start team fights with it by pulling someone into your teammates. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can single out targets to, just so you can start a fight. You got your Devourer Venom. Again, this is amazing. It immobilizes for two seconds. You're gonna get enough time to get that backstab off more than once, and this is gonna help you with getting more might stacks. As you see that in my traits, when I use a Venom, I get might stacks. And lastly, you got Assassin Signet. This is again a must for this build because of the 150% damage on your next attack. That's going to give you the super high crits, the 12k and 11k and 10k crits. This is what gives you those crits. So make sure to always have this one. And I would recommend only using this one when you're in stealth and going for that backstab, or else you got to wait 45 seconds. So might as well only use it when you can maximize its use. And for my heal, I get my number 6 again to give me another stealth and be able to again backstab again. You got to focus around invisibility. I know the nature of this build doesn't allow you to be too flexible and get other things to increase your survivability, but just with your 6 and your 5, you should be good on your stealth, and you should be able to do pretty good with it. I mean, I do, as you can see from my last video. So that's pretty much it, and I'll show you now how to use this build. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you the difference between light, medium, and heavy targets. I'm going to show you with all the skills. So once I kill the light target, I'll wait until my skills go off cooldown and show you like the medium and then the heavy. This is probably, it's not the best way to gauge how this build works and the amount of damage you can do. You could always check out my last video before this one, and you'll really see how hard and how useful this build can be. So we'll start off with the light target, and again, you use your 8, you use your F1, which I don't have a steal right now. You use your F1 for a steal, you use your 5 for Cloak and Dagger, and then you use your 7, and then you use your 1. There you go, and that's an 11.5k crit on a light target. Now we'll take a look at the damage on a medium target. So now we're going to take a look at what you can do to a medium target. Again, it's the same skill rotation, and here we go. There you go. It was a 7.7k crit. You could probably get up to 9k crits. You could probably do even taking 10k crits to a medium target. Again, you don't always hit your hardest, but there's pretty much consistent. You're always going to get 7k crits up and up, maybe even sometimes 6. But if you do it right, you'll be hitting 7k, 8k, 9, 10, up to 12k. That's the highest I've hit is 12 point something k against another thief. So if the other target is building again pure damage and no defense, you're probably gonna hit them really hard. Now we'll take a look at a heavy target. So now we're gonna see how much I can do to a heavy target. So there you saw I only got a 6k crit, but that's pretty normal, especially against a Guardian who builds a lot of armor, or even a Warrior who builds tanky. You're not gonna hit those really high crits. You will hit 6 and 7k crits. I mean, it's still good against a heavy defensive opponent. So yeah, that's the kind of damage you'll do against a heavy target. You can see the damage pretty much scales, but it's pretty hard to get those high crits against a lot of heavy opponents. You can still most certainly kill them if you can Cloak and Dagger more than once. You just gotta wait. You can't spam it. You gotta wait a few seconds for it to recharge, meaning if you keep trying to spam your 5, you won't always go into stealth.